to Stripper Tea, episode 13. I'm here with my co-host, DJ Carter Snow.
What's up?
How y'all doing today? You guys having a good day? You guys feeling good? What about you?
I'm feeling good. I definitely feel that fucking Red Bull from earlier. I'm like turned.
You gave me that big ass Red Bull. It saved my fucking life. I'm so tired after we pigged the fuck out. All right. Today we're going to start off with our sponsor, Dr. Correa. He's a Woodlands plastic surgeon, so if you're in the Houston area, north side, go get your titties done.
Or anywhere around the world, because,
Yeah, come fly out, see him. He's a fucking great, amazing doctor. I know you guys want to go to Dr. Miami, but he got you with prices, and his work is fucking amazing. So go check him out. Shout out to Dr. Correa for sponsoring us.
Yes, and if y'all have any questions, just slide in our DMs.
Yeah, we got you. So today we're going to start off with a little tea before we get into the episode. So this is a reoccurring thing that happens to us all the fucking time, and I feel like we kind of need to address it because people be mad fucking salty to us.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, let's get this straight. As strippers in general, we encounter hundreds and hundreds of people.
So many fucking people. We meet so many people every fucking day. Like, it's insane.
And I'm also a little blind at the club. You can ask her.
No, this bitch, like, I'm not being racist. Like, one, she's Asian. Like, her eyes are, like, smaller. And you have astigmatism. You don't wear glasses. You don't wear
Mind
contacts.
your business, bitch.
You wear color contacts sometimes, which makes your vision even worse. So, like, literally, this bitch is basically blind. Like, I don't, like, dead ass. Like, I swear to you. And, like, that, and then, like, even, like, me, like, I don't remember people ever. Like, unless you spent a lot of money on me, I'm not gonna remember you. Like, I have people come up to me that I've met 3 or 4 times, and they're like, you don't remember me? I'm like, no. And they get so offended.
Bro, they get so fucking mad at me, and
it's not personal. I'm just like, dude, you don't understand. Like, when I'm at work, I'm in work mode. Like, I'm not here to remember anything that you say. Like, just pay me.
like, look, how long are typically the interactions with the one customer? It ranges from maybe 15 minutes to, like, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I go to the next person. You think I'm gonna remember every fucking face? Unless you, like, spend a motherfucking bag on me, or you were, like, just a total dick. And even then, like, I'm not gonna remember you. Like, if you guys tuned into the last episode, I talked about this guy that, like, was really fucking gross. Like, he had all his nails cut except his pinky nail so he could do cocaine off my back and shit. And, like, I seen him the other night, and, like,
we talked about him in our whole fucking episode, bro, and you didn't even remember him.
Bro, I seen him, I seen him, like, creeping around the corner, staring at me hard as fuck, and I'm like, hey, he kind of looks a little familiar. 20 minutes later, it clicked. I'm like, you are the motherfucker. I remember you, bitch.
And I'm like, I don't, like, it just, like, people get so, like, they take it so personal. And, like, I, all the time, people will be like, oh, I know, like, I'll be like, hey, what's up, I'm Carter, like, just, you know, introduce myself, and they're like, oh, I know you're DJ Carter. And I'm like, how do you know me? Like, maybe they know me from Instagram, or they know me from here, and, like, I rarely ever remember people, like.
Same, and, like, I've had so many instances recently where I'm like, I go up, I'm like, hey, I'm Yazmine, can I sit with you? They're like, oh, you don't remember me? We were together the other night at the club. I'm like,
also, like, was I drunk? Like,
and even then, even if I'm not drunk, I won't remember you. Like, don't be salty, okay? It's just part of the business.
Please don't be salty. Like, don't take it personal. Like sometimes I feel like it makes people, like, not want to spend money on me. Like, they were going to, and then I didn't remember who they were, so now they're not going to.
And I was just talking to her while we're in the parking lot, and I was like, dude, literally, when I be at Walmart or regular people places, I be looking around like, hey, do these people, like, know me from the strip club? Like, I don't fucking remember them. They could be like, oh, that's that stripper from the strip club, and then, like, I have no fucking clue.
That happens to me at the gym. I'm like, I know I seen you somewhere, and, like, they be looking at me too. I'm like, stop. I'm not a stripper right now. I'm at the gym. I look like fucking disgusting. Like, do not approach me. I'm a fucking
regular person right now. I be so fucking paranoid, like, when I'm in, like, the gas station line and, like, somebody's, like, staring way too fucking long, a little too fucking long. I'm like, do I know this bitch? Have I seen you? Have you seen my titties at the club before? Have y'all peeped me before?
I'm so dead. But yeah, don't take it personal. We just meet a lot of people. And I always say that too. I'm like, no, you don't understand how many people I meet. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, no.
I'm not important.
I'm like, my job, like, you don't understand. Yeah. So.
Spend a bag.
Yeah.
And when I say a bag, that's bands, not hundreds.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to live rent free up here, baby.
you gotta
you gotta pay a little rent. Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
nobody lives rent free in this head.
All right. That's just a little quick PSA that we wanted to get into because I guess we've been having problems lately.
Yeah. So, also this is our first time doing video, so like we're a little nervous.
I know we don't want to fuck up and
Yeah.
y'all think like we're shit, but we're trying our best. This is actually like the millionth time we tried to film, but like every time we're just like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, because we have someone else do it, and so like we're doing it ourselves this time. And also like we came to my studio, we rearranged the whole fucking studio. It took us like 2 hours. Like we're like sweating and shit.
Like we're too cute for this shit. We didn't fucking work. It's like we're doing it for you guys.
Shit, yeah.
Appreciate this.
We're
shit.
doing it because our podcast needs visuals because we're fucking funny.
All right, this episode, well, I don't know if you guys are OGs and if y'all listened to the first episode, but originally Carter started this podcast and it was just gonna be her. But then I guess we had like a little chemistry, a little spice, and now
a vibe.
We're doing this podcast together. And the first episode was her interviewing me and getting to know me, how I got introduced into the industry, you know, all that good shit, how being a stripper is like for me. But today we're gonna get into it with DJ Carter Snow, you know, my baby. We're gonna do all the 21 questions. So today,
and if you haven't heard that episode, you should go listen because that's like her interview, and then this one's like mine. So you guys can like get to know us on a personal level.
Yes. So first question I really have for you, like, what did you do before you started dancing? What was life before being a stripper for you?
So I was a bartender, and I had been like waiting tables, bartending since I was 16, and I was 22. So like, it's like, you know, do the math. And I was in school. I wanted to be a doctor, like everyone knew. Yeah, I was pre-med. I was a biology major.
Was that shitty? Stressful?
It's extremely stressful because you have to make straight A's or else you have to retake it. And like it makes a difference if you make a 92 or you make a 99, you know, like obviously they look at that shit.
Were you good at what you were doing?
I mean, I'm gonna get into it. So I take school really seriously. Like obviously I was serious about it. Like my parents weren't paying for my school because when I was younger I was a piece of shit, and they were like, we're not paying for your school if you're gonna act like a little piece of shit. And you know, I was
we
like
all little pieces of shit when we were like wilding out.
Dead ass. So had I just behaved myself, my parents would have taken care of me, but besides the point. So yeah, basically it was spring semester. I was in 5 classes. Hard as fuck. A&P, Bio 2, I can't remember what else I was taking, but I remember I was so fucking stressed. And so this was my schedule for the entire semester. This was my fucking schedule. Monday, wake up, my class was at 7:30.
Oh shit, I can't even think about waking at 7:30 now.
No, I had to be there at 7:30, bitch. Be there, okay? Beat school traffic and everything. So I had to be there at 7:30. I got out of class around like 1-ish, and then I would have just enough time to go home, take a shower, get ready for work. I had to be at work at 4 o'clock. I would bartend from 4 to 11, and like if you know me, like I have to work out. Like the gym is my therapy. So I would get off of work at 11 p.m. I would go work out, and then I would go home. It would be like 1 a.m. I would start my homework. Anybody who's pre-med knows that like your homework is fucking hours. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I'm fucking tired, and I just started my homework. I'll do homework until it's time to get ready for school, and then Monday.
What? So fucking exhausted. I remember those days,
bro. So my work schedule, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was my day off. So I would do that Monday through Wednesday, Thursday, I would get out of class. I would come home. I would literally sleep for 2 days because I haven't slept in 3 days. All I would do was take fucking Adderall, drink coffee. Like, did you hear me once say that I was sleeping? That was not in my schedule.
Bitch, Addy days. I remember that.
It wasn't in my schedule. Like, I had no time. Like, we all have 24 hours in a day. Like, I was so fucking miserable. I made a B in bio too. I remember I was so fucking pissed. I was like, wow, I have to retake bio because I got a fucking B. Like, I got like an 89. Hardest class I've ever taken. My teacher was such a piece of shit. Like, anyways, so the summertime happened. I was like chilling, working, and I told my my manager, I was like, hey, I need off like days this semester. Like, I can't have a repeat of last semester. I will literally die. You know, like, there's only so much fucking Adderall that my body can take before I just give out. And like, I was like, fuck that. He told me no. I'm like, what do you mean no? He's like, we need you. I'm like, I'm a fucking bartender. What do you mean you need me? Like, put somebody else behind the bar. Like, I was the only female bartender is what it was. And there was a bunch of...
That was your angle?
That was my angle. Yeah, that's why they wanted me there. They wanted a girl there and a guy. Mind you, I was doing all the manual labor. And the guys were doing, like, the bitch work. But, like, I chose to do the manual labor
so
because...
you did, like, bar back and shit.
I mean, we didn't have a bar back at that bar. But
then who did all the ice and shit?
Me. Because I chose to do that because I would rather them talk to customers. Because I hated talking to customers. Because I was always in such a bad mood. Because I was so tired and fucking miserable. So I was like, fuck this. He told me, so I remember fall semester, I only took 2 classes. I think I took 3 classes, but I dropped one because it was online. And I suck at online classes because I just like...
Same.
Yeah.
My attention span goes to 0.
Yeah, I was in trig and I was in something else. I got an A in trig. I got an A in my other class. Like, I ended like on a good note. But like, I would say like a month into school, like my best friend at the time, she was also in school. She was pre-med also. And
Jeez.
so like we were both just like dying. And like I remember for like 2 weeks we were like, fuck this shit, because we worked together. She was a waitress, I was a bartender. And we were like, fuck this shit, like, let's go be strippers. Like, everybody always jokes, like, let's go be strippers, whatever.
Same, I was in high school, I'm like, if this college shit don't work out, peace out. Started shaking my ass for dollars.
Yeah, like, everyone said that shit before. And so, yeah, we were like, whatever, fuck it, let's go be strippers, whatever. 2 weeks later, we get our paychecks. Trash. Fucking trash. And we were like, all right, we gotta do this, like,
peace out.
Yeah, peace out. And so we did that. I talked about this like in the first episode, like we went, yeah, like go listen to it. I'm not gonna repeat myself, but yeah, we started dancing. And I remember like over that summer, my best friend, this guy, we used to go out to all these bars, and like the DJs were trash, and like they always played the same music every night, every weekend. And he was like, you would be such a better DJ than all these DJs. And I was like, you're right. And this was like over the summer, right? And so I went to Guitar Center the next day, literally the next day. And I was like, how much is some turntables? I was expecting like $1,000. I was like, you know, maybe I'll save up for it. It was $300 for like a beginner, like Pioneer. I was like, I bought it. And I was on my way to work when I went to go buy it. And I remember I showed up to work and I told my best friend, I was like, I'm going to be a DJ. She was like, oh my God, you're going to be a fucking DJ. I was like, yeah,
wait,
I am.
How many months deep were you into dancing when you were like, I want to be a DJ?
This was over the summer. So I went back to school for like maybe a month. And that was when we started dancing. And then,
shit.
Yeah. So we were like, fuck that. But I finished my semester with straight A's because I wasn't going to bitch out. You know, like if I ever wanted to go back, I wanted to be able to go back. And then it was December. And the guy who actually taught me how to DJ, his name was DJ SK. Shout out DJ SK. He's fucking amazing. He messaged me and he was like, hey, I'm about to go to this music school. If you want to go check it out, you should go check it out. It's really cool. And I was like, okay. So I messaged them and I was like, I want to do a tour. And so my mom went with me. We did a tour of the school. And like the whole time she's just like hating. She's like, I can't believe you're doing this. Like, you're gonna drop out of pre-med for this. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, in front of the person who's giving us the tour.
I feel like all parents are like, their dream is for like their child to be like a lawyer or a doctor, some high paying dollar school-esque job, you
Bro,
know?
she was hating so hard. Mind you, at my graduation back in April, the person doing graduation brought up the story in front of everyone.
What
he
the
was
fuck?
like, because like he had introduced me, like whenever we were getting our diplomas, he was like, I remember this girl because during her tour, her and her mom were so funny fighting the whole time. I was like, bro.
Calling
Like,
y'all the fuck out.
I was like, Mom, like, this is like, I don't even know what it was. I was like, I just want to do this. And so, like, I thought it was DJ school. It was not DJ school. It was sound engineer school. I had no idea what a fucking sound engineer was, okay? Like, I remember I went to class. Like, I got accepted. Our first day of school was January 7th. And I only remember that because my birthday is on the 9th. And my birthday was that first week of school. And I got accepted 2 days before the semester started for that school, like for the music school. And I was like, bet. So I go to school, and our first week, our teacher took us to Wire Road, which is like a really, really, it's like the nicest studio in Houston. It's fucking beautiful. And I was like, this is what I'm gonna do with my life. Like, it was crazy. Like, I had no idea what sound engineering was. I had no idea what I was going to school for. I had no idea what the fuck I got myself into. But I was just like, I love this. And so, like, yeah. It's such a weird story because, like, it found me. Like, I had no idea what I was doing.
I want to be like that one day.
And I think had I not started dancing, like, I wouldn't have gotten control back of my life. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like, you have all your time, all the money, not all the money in the world, but you're up, you know, like you can do whatever you fucking want. Exactly. And I was like, what makes me happy? Like, what's gonna make me happy? So yeah. That was it.
So that's how you got like into music?
Yeah. And like, yeah, I just like, the more that like I learned, like everyone in my class had been producing. They were all rappers. Me and my friend were the only DJs, but like he had been DJing for 20 years. I had barely been doing it for 6 months. So
were there
like,
any females in your graduating class?
There were no females at the entire school.
Damn.
For except for the classes after me, there was females, but I was the first female there. It was so weird. Like it was just so awkward. Like the music industry is just so like that. And like,
have you like experienced prejudice because you're a woman in the music industry?
Yeah, like I've been to studio sessions with people and like they don't look at me or talk to me. Like,
do they take you seriously? Do you feel like that?
Nobody takes me seriously. Like, especially like being a stripper, like there's been times, like I remember one time I went out to this club and I really liked the venue, and the people that I was with, he was like, oh, I'm really good friends with the owner. And I was like, oh, you should ask him if I can DJ one night. And he looked at me. And, like, mind you, I had on, like, a t-shirt and, like, shorts and, like, sneakers. Like, I wasn't, like, done up like I am, like, right now. And he was like, that's cute. And he was like, you're really pretty. You should go to the strip club and, like, try to work at the strip club.
He said that to your face?
He was like, do you know how much money they make? And I looked at him, and I was like, fuck you, first of all. Actually, I do know how much money they make. By the way, motherfucker, fuck you.
Tell him.
And I was like, I felt so disrespected, like, I don't know, like, doing music, like, it's competitive, you know? So, like, all these DJs out here,
there's
like,
a lot of fucking people trying to be in this industry.
It's so competitive, like, you just have to, like, keep your head down and, like, do you sometimes. And, like, obviously, people don't support me. Like, they think I'm just, like, a stupid stripper. Like, you know, my parents obviously don't want me DJing or doing any of this, but
I feel that's so hard.
Yeah.
Just because you're a sex worker doesn't mean, like, you don't have ambition, dreams.
Yeah.
I see so many strippers that have, like, started in this life and, like, they took that money, invested it in themselves.
Yeah.
Like, other things, like, you know, just because they're a stripper, that's not the only thing that defines them as a person.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel that.
You want to do other things with your life. Obviously, you can't work at the strip club forever.
Obviously. Like, you have to do something. And I think some girls forget that.
They do.
I'm like, baby, your time is up. Like,
I know like 40-year-old strippers.
Yeah, like I don't want to be stuck there forever. I can't even believe that I'm still dancing. Like when I first started dancing, I was like, I'll do this for maybe like a year or two.
Bro, when I first started dancing, I was like, maybe 6 months at the most.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm like almost 2 years deep in this shit. I'm like greedy as fuck, want more money.
Yeah, for sure. I know. And now I'm like, I'm just now getting like the hang of like being a stripper and understanding the game and like the money and shit, you know? So like,
Of course.
yeah.
So like, are you pursuing DJing? Like, do you want to have you DJ'd at other places like venues and stuff, parties, whatever, anything?
So I DJ'd at a strip club. I hated it. I never want to DJ strip clubs again.
It's a different vibe.
It's
like
a completely
DJing at a
different
club,
vibe at a strip club.
and a strip club.
Yeah. I DJ'd one place in Midtown that was cool. And then over quarantine, like over the summer, I did like a bunch of pool parties, which was cool. Because everything was closed, obviously. But like DJing, like getting comfortable, like you don't just get your deck and you're like comfortable. Like I think it takes a long time to like organize your music, get your library right. Like you have to get Serato, you have to know your music in and out, you have to know what goes together. Like you have to practice and practice and practice, and like it's what happened with me is like I had a deck and I had a beginner one, and then I had all my music, and then I had, when I got my new one, like my step, like the one I have right now, which is kind of like a step up, none of my music transferred over. So I had to completely start over with my music. I had to completely start over with reorganizing, downloading, and it took forever. Like I'm just now feeling like, okay, like I have enough music to go play places. And like I don't want to play at a fucking bar like down the street. Like I don't want to play at like, you know, well, like I don't want to be forced to play places that I have to be told what I can and can't play. I have to play clean music. I have to play this or that. Like I don't want people walking up to me requesting shit. Like
you want creative control.
Yeah, like I want
to do you.
I want to do me. Like, and I want to go places like Bauhaus, Stereo Live. Like obviously, like I have big dreams and shit, but like I want to do it differently than other people. Like people are telling me, oh, you can't do it that way, and I'm like,
what do you mean you can't do it that way?
Who the fuck are you? Like, and that's why I just like, I associate myself with DJs. I take advice from them. I learn from them. I obviously have a studio with like 5 fucking DJs. Like they fuck with me. They teach me things. Like, and there's times I come here and I just fucking DJ for hours and practice. Like I know in my fucking heart that like one day an opportunity is gonna come to me and I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna be ready and I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Oh,
because
so
like
proud of you.
One of our teachers one day at school, like we were doing like a Q&A with him, and he was like, at my music school, he was like, somebody had asked him like give us advice or whatever, and he was like, don't go after opportunities that you're not ready for yet. Like I've been offered opportunities that I knew I wasn't ready for, and so I kind of like shied away from it. So that's that. I'm just gonna say that. But like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know, like I feel like I'm ready, and definitely like having to start over with all my music and shit, that definitely set me back a little bit. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. Like I have, this podcast takes up a lot of fucking time. A lot of time. I know you know that we put work into this podcast. Like,
of course, we love y'all.
Yeah, and like I love it. I know that like I have so much faith in our podcast. Like I know this shit's gonna go places. So like I'm not just gonna, like I'm trying to. And then we have the strip club, which takes up a shit ton of energy also, you know. So
yeah, it's not mostly time, it's like energy.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd be tired.
And that's paying my bills, you know. So it's like I have, like, you know what I mean. So
yeah, you need side hustles before you can start fully pursuing your dream, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like you're living like a fucking double life, like being a stripper and a DJ? Because I feel
sure.
like so many people, like, we'll have people over here and they're like, Carter doesn't even seem like she's a stripper. I'm like, she living the double life.
I
Hannah
really
Montana
am.
ass. This podcast is like based around like stripper tea, but you know, we're starting to branch out. We want to like introduce other topics. Like that's why we're really open to suggestions. Like you guys, like we're honestly want to talk about anything. Like
I feel like I really do want this podcast to turn into like our journey like out of the strip club.
Yeah.
And like how we use it like to our advantage.
That's why I fuck with Cardi B's fucking story. Like how she was dancing and she just came out the strip club and now she's making millions. And all the people that was hating on her, like, they're like probably all of her dick and shit, but like,
you know, she blocked them all. Fuck y'all.
but at that time, like, I was watching LA and hip hop, like, they're just like, oh, she's just another stripper hoe. I'm like, well, that stripper hoe's shitting on you now.
Yeah, for real.
There's a lot of strippers that came up out of the club. Like, what's that one girl name? The one that dates Moneybag?
I have no idea.
Ari?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Respect the hustle, y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to get into a little bit about the strip club. Talk about what it's like your journey and stuff. Like, how you were like at the beginning and now. Do you feel like you grew as a person?
Yeah, I think I definitely learned how to, like, stand up for myself. I would say this is kind of deep, but all of, like, the sexual trauma that I've been with when it comes to, like, men and, like, just people in general, like, taking advantage of me, like, you would think all those stories happened at the strip club, but they really happened, like, outside the strip club with people that, like, I trusted outside the strip club. And then, like, you kind of have to have, like, a fucking backbone. Like, you have to stand up for yourself when it comes to other dancers, when it comes to men, when it comes to the people around you. Like, it really teaches you how to, like, watch your fucking back no matter where you're at.
Yeah, the strip clubs taught me a lot of real life lessons. Just like, you know, when I was working as a waitress and stuff, I didn't know shit about the world. Like, I appreciate the value of a dollar way more now.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I be blowing bags.
Stop it.
Like, I feel like back then I feel like life was so much more simpler when I was frugal and shit.
She's frugal. I hate you.
Do you remember those times?
I try not to, honestly. I hated being a bartender. I hated serving. I was so miserable and broke.
That's the worst part of it all.
And working my ass off, and just everyone else controlled my life and I didn't, you know.
So stripping, like, helped you control your life more?
Yeah, it helped me, like, you know, I was like, what do I want to do with my life? I can do anything right now. What can you wake up and do for the rest of your life and be happy doing it, you know?
Do you remember your first big bag? Or your most memorable bag when you first started dancing? You're like, oh yeah, fuck being a bartender. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, like, I have videos, like, I would come home and just, like, I remember, like, because, like, I used to just make enough money, like, to pay my bills, and that's it. And then, like, when I started dancing, like, I had enough money to pay my bills, I had enough money to go shopping, and I had enough to save in my savings account. Like, you know, like, it was so weird having money for once in my life that I could, like, do things with, and, like, I don't know.
Same. Like, I'm gonna mention Cardi B again because I'm like low-key in my, like, there was a time in my life where I was like fucking obsessed with her because like she had like was a stripper from the Bronx and she came from like, she didn't come for money and she just built her way up. That bitch clawed her way to the fucking top and I respect that shit.
Yeah.
And I was watching this interview with her and she was just like, when I first came into like the strip club, I feel like I thought about myself as a beautiful woman, and then like I'm surrounded by all these women that are beautiful and they're naked and they have their big booties, big tits, like, and then I started to feel like, am I not enough?
Yeah.
I fucking feel you on that shit because like I feel like I was a secure bitch. I came up in the strip club, I'm like, oh, I need to bring my fucking A game up into this bitch.
No, yeah, I remember like when I started dancing, I dyed my hair blonde, I cleared my skin up. I started, like, I went, like, my style changed, like, everything, the way I acted, like, you hold yourself to a higher standard, like, because, like, when we're at work, like, these bitches are on 10, like, they're on their baddest, like, you never go to
hair
work.
done, nails done, body done.
Yeah, makeup done, like, I swear strippers are the reason that everyone fucking wears fake lashes now, like, men don't give a fuck how long our eyelashes are, like, I remember when I first started dancing, I was like, I refuse to wear fake lashes, I refuse. And then, like, after, like, a year or so, I was like, I have to. Because I don't fucking look as pretty as these bitches. And, like, everyone, we're naked. Like, you can't hide shit when you're on stage and there's lights and hundreds of eyes on you, you know? Like,
you're exposed.
And have, like, a string over your pussy. And then at some clubs, you're butt-ass fucking naked.
String over your pussy or just pussy.
I remember
optional.
One time, I was at a nude club, and one of the guys had seen me at, like, just a topless club, and he was like, which one do you like better, whatever. And then like somehow we got on the subject of, I was like, some girls think they're too bougie to come work at all nude strip clubs. And he was like, why? He was like, even at topless clubs, I can see your pussy on stage anyways. He was like, that shit don't cover it up. Like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, that's fucking so true. Like,
that's only the girls that be wearing, like, non-dancer clothes. Because, like, I be seeing bitches wear, like, lingerie and stuff. And, like, one pussy lip be fucking hanging out and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, get the dancer outfit that cover your pussy and your asshole. Like, shit. Like, bitch, I learned when I was a baby stripper, because when I was a baby stripper, my ratchet ass was wearing like mesh outfits I got from Forever 21, ugly ass thongs and shit. I was like, I thought I was cute. I thought my pussy was covered. No, a lip was hanging out while I was on stage. It was just a topless club. I'm like, you ain't fooling nobody, bitch. We see her chilling on the side.
I hate you.
But I do fuck with the strip club, y'all do. Sometimes. Yeah. Actually, sometimes.
But back to what you were saying about, like, what Cardi said is, like, it's so weird. Like, it just, like, it checks you. Like, it's so weird being around, like, it I feel like for me, like, my self-esteem is, like, lower right now than it ever has been, which is so weird.
Fuck? Why? You're bad as fuck.
I think it's because my birthday's coming up, and I'm, like, getting old. I don't know.
You're so dramatic, bitch.
I don't know.
You're still in your 20s. We're in the height. We're in the peak.
I know.
It's the best time to fucking get
it.
But
I know it has something to do with, like, being around bad bitches at the strip club every day. Because, like, you know how sometimes, like, when you go out, I don't know. I don't want to say that, like, square bitches aren't like us, but, like, we just bring a different energy to the table.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I'll be at, like, a regular club, and I'm just, like, dancing on my own, and they're like, people will come up to me and they're like, are you a stripper? I'm like, I'm not even doing the most. Actually, I'm doing way less than what these girls are doing. Maybe because I got these hips.
I hate you. Like, bro, you're so funny at the club.
So, like, this stripper journey, you feel like it's coming to an end soon or no?
I don't know. To be determined.
Same. That's how I feel, too. I'm like, whenever I'm ready, because it's like, sometimes I really would be like, I'm fucking done. I'll have, like, the shittiest fucking day. I'm like, I'm done. And I take, like, a couple months off, and I'm back. I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready. I'm ready for a bag.
Yeah, like, after COVID, I was like, I need to go shake ass right now. Right now, I need to go have some fucking ones thrown on me, and I need to get drunk with people that I don't fucking know. And, like, because that was the longest break I ever took. It was, like, 6-7 months.
Bro, what, 6-7 months?
Yeah, because Jesus. I really did want to stop dancing, and, like, I had money saved up. I was like, I graduated, like, I'm going to focus on, like, all, like, my music and shit, and then I was like, I need a bag. Like, I miss it, yeah. So I try not to, like, get down on myself about dancing. Like, just let it happen the way that it's supposed to happen. Like, we have the podcast. I have my DJing. Like, everything will work itself out, like.
Yeah, never just, like, rely on one thing. Side hustles are where it's at, man.
And I try not to take it for granted. Like, I'm like, fuck dancing sometimes, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm thankful that, like, men are so fucking thirsty that there's a whole industry for us to just go there and breathe oxygen and get paid.
Yeah, like, male strippers don't be making money like us. Shit.
No, I mean, I don't know what they make, but I'm sure it's completely different than, the way that we work.
Be swinging dick and shit around.
Yeah. Whatever y'all want to do.
Bro, I fucking watched this interview of, like, male strippers. I'm just, like, weird, man. I watch, like, stripper interviews. I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? Like, and he's a male stripper. He's, like, talking about.
I was fucking here, bro.
He's just talking about, like, bro, I wish I was a female, because the female strip club game is banging. It's so much better than the male strip club industry. I'm like, well, yeah, bitches aren't thirsty like that, man. Like, yeah. I'm saying, like, I could go to the club. I could go to Walmart and someone's, like, trying to holler at me already. I could get dick wherever I want. But I feel like, like, men.
Women fuck who they want. Men fuck who they can. Remember that.
Yeah. Y'all need to get some standards, baby.
Yeah.
That's why, like, y'all need to, like, jack off before y'all fucking leave the house so y'all can stop having pussy run your fucking life. That's why y'all be having ain't shit baby mamas.
Oh my God.
Do you have anything else to add about being a stripper and being a DJ?
Is that all we wrote down?
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much it. Ladies, you're beautiful.
Do you have any future plans? Do you have any?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be a famous DJ one day. We're gonna travel the world, and whenever all this COVID shit is over,
hopefully
you're gonna go with me, and we're
Cross
gonna
my
go DJ
fingers.
everywhere. And then
I don't know shit about DJing, so I'm gonna just be in the crowd.
you're just gonna be my hype man. I'm gonna be like, don't get lost, bitch. I have to DJ right now. I can't take care of you for 1 hour. I have a 1 hour set, and then we can get fucked up. Like, I want to go to fucking Ibiza. Like, I want to go everywhere, like all over the world and DJ. Like, it's gonna be sick. Like, I have big dreams. Big dreams.
I'll be scared. It's weird. I'm saying that like I get naked in front of people, but I'm like getting in front of a crowd and just like having your like talent on display and shit, like
compared, like they're like comparing it, like,
you know, at the strip club, at least like when you're like you do a boo ass like stage set, like nobody really says shit, they just don't tip you. But like I feel like a crowd, they be like salty or like they be mad, they're like, boo, get off the fucking stage, ho, throw shit at you on stage. Like I'm scared, like, and I be seeing those DJ events on like Instagram and stuff. There'd be like so many fucking people in the crowd. Yeah, I'd have so much fucking anxiety.
That's another reason. DJs. That's another reason I haven't like gone super far out of my way to like DJ places, is because like my social anxiety is on 10, and like I'm so OCD. I know, you know, I'm so fucking OCD and like perfectionist. Like if I'm gonna go somewhere, my set better be fucking fire. Like, and I remember one time this guy was dating, that you know him, and he's fucking whack. I know you know who I'm talking about.
The broke one.
Yeah, he was like, if you have social, because I told him that, and he was like, if you have social anxiety, why you want to be a DJ? I was like, bitch, don't ever fucking talk down to me like I can't do something. Like, just because I have to work a little bit harder at it, like, fuck you. Like, just, I get anxious because I care, which is a good thing.
Does being like a stripper like help with that, or does it amplify your social anxiety? Because I be getting anxiety. Like, I'm definitely not a baby stripper, but like sometimes like I still get nervous before I go on stage, or sometimes like when I'm about to go on the floor, I'm like, I get angsty. I'm like, oh, will people like me? Like,
I get nervous too. Like, I get nervous when I go on stage a lot of times. Like, lately I've just like, I try to like hype myself up before I go to work. I'll be like, you're that bitch, like you're gonna make a bag. But like, I think I'm so receptive to other people's energies, and I'm so observant of everything that's going on around me at all times. Like, if there's bad energy in the club, like it fucks with me. And like, I don't even know what's wrong with me, but I just know that like there's bad energy in the club.
Bro, the other day I was telling you, I was like, I felt so underappreciated at work. I was like, I was fucking killing it on stage. Like, even the strippers were like, your stage set was so good. Like, I like your pole work and stuff. And then ain't nobody was tipping. Like,
sometimes there's just a bunch of broke motherfuckers in the club.
They was just throwing change up on the stage. I'm like, keep your $4, bitch.
Keep your gas money, bitch.
I'm just kidding. It's slow. Give it.
I still gotta pay my house fee.
I know, like, I'll be sad. Like, the other day I was slow. I was like, I gave my house fee away. I was like, here, take it. I'll take this little bag, do some light shopping. Go get some groceries.
I was about to say, go get some groceries.
Fill up the gas.
Humble yourself a little bit.
Every day in a big bag, like y'all be thinking, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a money shower every time we walk in.
I
wish, like, it'd be like those stripper movies. Like Hustler? You didn't watch it,
I
right?
refuse to watch Hustlers.
Actually, I watched it and I was like, look, like, they finally, like, given, like, a little voice to the strippers. Like I was with my best friend. I was like, bro, we gotta watch this movie because I need to fucking judge this shit.
Yeah. Because
I know Jennifer Lopez, I don't even think that bitch has even been in a strip club before. Like, she don't know. And I was judging it. I'm like, okay. Everybody always tells me, they're like, you remind me of that Asian girl from the stripper movie. I'm like, I look nothing like her. I'm just Asian, man. Like, everybody always like, you know this Asian guy? I'm like, yeah, I know all the fucking Asians in the world.
Yeah.
We're all connected.
So everybody go get your tits done, go get your ass done, tell your man to pay for it for Christmas.
Yeah, if you're a stripper with body dysmorphia, we got you.
Yeah, please go to our fucking sponsor. His name is Dr. Correa, the Woodlands Plastic Surgery. so we can keep doing our podcast, so we can keep talking our shit, and we love you guys. Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at yaz.yzz and my OnlyFans at YasmineXO.
And then our Instagram is at StripperT, and I'm DJ Carter Snow. All the links are in our bios. Just click them, follow, subscribe.
Thank you guys for listening. Stripper T out.
StripperT out.